morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I tell you what, it's a little bit of a chilly one this morning. I'm just starting about. I thought I'd make the most of it this morning because it's nice and frosty. They're spraying us again, as you can see up above. If you're not aware of that by now, you should be, but listen, we cannot control that. All that we can control is our inner world, because once we start to control our inner world, say what we are, know what we are, then that is when everything starts to change. You know, and it starts with like small incremental steps, guys. Getting up every day, speaking gratitude out into the universe, but not even so much that, believing in yourself, setting goals, even whether they be small goals, just little goals as small as something like this, making your bed, you know, getting out no matter the weather, you know, connecting with nature, getting that vitamin D. Look at this, we've got the sun coming up there now, guys, getting them light codes. But this is incremental for your health. But yeah, anyway, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. I've got extra layers on today because, as you can see, very cold. But yeah, I'm just start with Paddy and Willow doing another. I don't know if everyone checked out my video yesterday. I did like a bit of a winter walk, and I've just sort of like been messing around with it, you know, just mixing up the footage with you know, getting like the different shots and stuff like that, because I've been really enjoying doing that. But yeah, here he is. Here's Paddy. What have you spotted there, lad? But yeah, so just coming out and just making the most of the present moment, you know what I mean? Because we spent so much time worrying about the future, the past. We cannot control the future. All that ever existed was the right here, right now. So come out, be grateful, be thankful. You know, all the stuff that's going on in the media, turn it off and ignore it, because it doesn't serve you guys, you know what I mean? Choosing left, choosing right, race, religion, it's all designed to divide us, because they don't want us all coming together because it's a bit like this, right? Yeah, where we come from, yeah, up in the divine, it's just pure unconditional love. That is all it ever is. But they don't want us. They want us vibrating on a low frequency through war, hate, religion, race, football, whatever, teams, this, that, because it's all designed to distract you and separate you from your true, authentic nature and power. Because once you start to step into your true authenticity of who you are, where you come from, what you are, then that is when the game starts to change, you know. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for everything in my life, you know. I do a lot of the shorts where I get up every day and I give my gratitude, you know, and I say what I am to the universe. And listen, eventually over time, you say that enough to yourself, and then eventually over time, your reality has to shift, because it's a law of the universe. It's a law of assumption. If you're assuming that you're that person, it's a bit, I'll give you an example, right? It's a bit like when you go to the doctors and the doctor gives you a pill, and it might just be a sugar pill, but they'll say, oh, if you take that, you'll start to feel better. But where does that come from? It's not the actual pill or the actual contents inside that pill of which make you feel better. It's the placebo effect, or the believing. Because you look at that pill that doctor gives you, and he says, oh, this will make you feel better. So you believe that, don't you? So why can you not implement that into your life? And just trying to get that sun there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. It's a cold one. Why can you not implement that into your life now and say, I believe that I am successful. I believe that I am a multi-millionaire. I believe that I have the perfect partner. I believe that I am happy. I know that I am happy. Because once you believe it, guys, that is when you come into what you call alignment. Because the universe or the subconscious mind does not know any different. So to start with that, it's like, and listen, I understand that. Why do you think we have been programmed so much from a young, early age, like going to school and them telling us, oh, well, this is how you get rich. You go out, you get a job, you know, work for a company. Listen, you will never get rich working for a company. The only way in which you will be successful is by following your own path, your own authenticity, creativity, you know, standing on your own 2 feet in your sovereign right. Because I've had other opportunities where I could have just walked back into a job, guys, yeah. Listen, would I have been happy? No. Because I'm happier following my purpose, which is pushing out my message, doing these videos, helping people, telling people what we are. Consciousness is our canvas. Because when you are fully consciousness, guys, that is when you can reflect your true authentic self. Because you are not operating from a place of fear, from a place of scarcity. You are operating from a place of true authenticity. And that's when everything starts to change. You know, but just look at that sun coming up now. Look, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, just coming out, and that's why I like doing the nature videos. Check out some of my other ones that I did as well. I did one in Nikinook, and I did one just in this local area near where I live. You know, listen, you don't have to get, you know, it's a bit like, we always think we need to go to these grand places, don't we? Or, you know, we need to go to these listen, that is good and that is great. But just through your creativity, you can make anything happen. You could go to the same spot every day, sit under a tree, pull out a camera, and just start speaking your mind. And you can make a living from just doing that. Because why is that? Why does that become so successful for some people? Because you are operating from a place of true authenticity. And that is when you are coming into a flow state. Like me now, talking to you face to face, you know, literally I am just speaking my mind, which is coming from my soul. Because when you speak from your soul, you are speaking from your higher self. But look, I'm just getting some of them light codes now. You know, we've been programmed to think that we need to go out externally and buy things, and you know that these products will make, you know, and we've got a lot of young girls in that now. I don't know if we've got, you know, we must have some young girls who watch this channel, because we're doing well now. We're on that 346 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do go over and subscribe. But you know, like they get taught now, or they kind of like get programmed to think that going out, putting fake tan on, getting the lips pumped up. Listen, you are already beautiful just as you are. You do not need to do that. But if anything, you probably look worse. But you're just literally following a certain set narrative that everyone else is. Because at the end of the day, right, how can you expect to walk your path when you are following someone else's? Do you know what I mean? You don't need to copy what other people do. You just literally just need to look inwards. It's a bit crunchy down here, and understand who you truly are. You know, you listen, you don't need to succumb to all these earthly, well, I don't even want to say they're earthly pleasures, but you know, you don't need to succumb to all these things that you think are going to make you happy, because you think, oh, well, if I do that, I'll look more beautiful. It's like, no, because beauty comes from within. And that goes for guys. This is for everyone, this message. So just a few things I wanted to chat about this morning. Willow's having a good sniff. You know, just always know that just be you, you know what I mean? Because, like, I listened to a very good quote where life is like an examination. We get a test paper, don't we? We get questions, but most people look to other people's examination questions to get the answers, but then they soon realise that we've all got different test papers, we've all got different questions. So what one person's answers will not be the right answers for your question paper, for you are the answer. You know, your path is uniquely set out specifically for you, and the universe has already written the story. Yes, you can co-create alongside it, but your story is already written for you. So once you get into the flow state of understanding how the universe works, that is literally when everything starts to flow for you. So yeah, just a few things there, guys, but I think we're going to leave it at that. I've been rabbiting on a bit. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to my channel. You know, it really does melt my heart. Also, give us a comment. I love hearing back from you guys. Give it a like, share. You already know the score, but for me, Danny Detours, Paddy, he's knocking about somewhere. Oh, he's here. He's just ran under my feet. Paddy and Willow, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.